Imagine losing all your birds in just 2 days, one day remaining with maybe 1 or 2. Well, that can be very, very, very frustrating. No, you don't really have to want anymore, but that can happen. But you really have to prevent that from happening. That is a very deadly disease which is called Newcastle disease. So in this video we're going to talk about how you can prevent in the signs. Also the treatment as well. So make sure this is the right video and make sure watch it till the end. It is going to really help you. And for those who have subscribed, please, thank you so much. For those who are new here, please, I repeat, please hit that subscribe button, notification bell, and make sure like the video. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a new video here, and it will reach many people who may wish to receive this information. It's a very great piece of work. So we'll be back. So, Newcastle disease is a very deadly disease, that's the most important disease worldwide and the major constraint in poultry production. So if ask any farmer will tell you about this disease. I think no one doesn't know about this disease because of its behavior and how important it is. It is worldwide. And it is very much dangerous. It can wipe out the entire flock in just 2 days, 1 day, 3 days time. And that is not really good. So make sure you really have to do something about it. Make sure you know how to prevent this. Once you know how to prevent this disease, then your chickens will increase in number, and if you are doing it as a business, you'll be able to sell more surplus chickens, no stress. And if you are new to that the name Newcastle disease, I'm sure in other countries it has got a lot of names. Here we call it Denkete, the others I don't know how they call them, but it has got different names in each country. Don't try to me that you don't know Newcastle. One of the signs of Newcastle to identify that this is Newcastle, maybe within 2 days the mortality rates can range from 50% to 100% of your chickens dying in just short period of time, maybe 3 days, 4 days. Starts today, start seeing the signs today, tomorrow 40 are dead, other day 50, and so on. So first we are going to talk about how it is transmitted. Once you know how it is transmitted, the transmission of this virus, this is a viral disease. So once you know how it is transmitted, this virus, how it is transmitted, you'll be able to prevent it. Then after that we'll talk about the signs, then how to control it. That way I think by the time we're done with this video, you appreciate me later. So let's get started. Transmission of these viruses. You know biosecurity? If you haven't, we have never heard of biosecurity rules. So the first one, this disease can be transmitted to your pets by vehicles, bicycles, and human shoes and clothes. So that have come from where there are outbreaks of Newcastle. So the other way the virus can be transmitted as the dogs also can transmit these diseases. Where there's a new outbreak, the dog will carry the dead chickens, take it somewhere else there's no outbreak, eat there, leave some carcasses and leaves, no feathers, also bones. These things, they carry the virus, and the chickens, when they come in contact with those things, leftovers, feathers and bones, they get the viruses. Also the wild birds, they can transmit the virus to your chickens. And once the virus is in your flock, some chickens have started showing the signs of this virus. The virus can be transmitted through aeration, chicken droppings, direct contact with the chickens, those that are sick and those that are not sick. It is very, very much contagious. It can transmit very fast. If you don't act quickly, hey, it is very difficult to control this disease once it has entered your chicken flock. So, talking about the signs of this disease, your chickens will lose appetite, will stop eating or drinking. Their feathers will be droppy, they'll be inactive, and they'll start producing discharges from the nose and so on. They'll have difficulties in breathing. Also, their laying decrease in egg production. Sometimes they lay deformed eggs. Then after that, their droppings is greenish diarrhea. They will have greenish diarrhea. And of course, one of the sure way to know that this is Newcastle is the mortality rate, which ranges from 50% to 100%. Now just imagine, hey, that is really bad. After working so hard for your birds and you lose them in just 2 days time, that is not good at all. So you really have to make sure that you prevent disease, otherwise you may die due to heart attack, because it is not good. It is bad. I remember once I buried all my chickens, and I was able to control it. It did not spread to neighbors. So you have known the signs now. Now let's talk about how to control this disease. So the control measures you can put, of course, this is a viral disease. There are no cure treatment for viral diseases. So what you have to do is you really have to vaccinate your birds with Newcastle vaccine. And remember, Newcastle vaccine is given to healthy chickens, not when you see your chickens are sick, then you give them vaccines. Well, they will die in double. The number of mortalities will just increase. So make sure you vaccinate the healthy chickens, not the sick ones. So once they started dying and so on, don't even vaccinate, because you're going to increase the number of chickens dying. The mortality rate is going to increase. So vaccination, according to the breeders, for breeder chickens, you vaccinate every after 3 months. Give them vaccination. Of course, I'll do a video on how to give vaccine to your chickens. But this is just maybe 90%, 80% sure that your chickens will not get sick. So you have to access control movement of things, non-meant objects, eggs as well from other farms where there is Newcastle outbreak. So make sure vaccinate your chickens. You'll be able to prevent this disease and also access control. Remember, the virus can be transmitted via shoes of human beings, so don't allow people to just enter your chicken area, poultry. Also, you have to isolate them. Limit the contact between human beings and other vehicles, the bicycles and so on. Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure share this video, subscribe if you are new here, like the video as well. That way you encourage us to produce other informative videos like this one. This way we are going to help everyone together. I really thank you for those who have subscribed, and if you haven't, please, I repeat, do subscribe to this channel. I'm going to learn a lot of things. Thank you. See you in the next video.